Hello, everyone. So I'm going to be making a video here demonstrating how I beat the ice cream machine game. Um, I beat this earlier today, well, yesterday at the time of posting this, and I mistakenly thought that it was an easier icon, because I kind of just slipped my mind that not everyone is using their phone to play this. But I am, which made it a lot easier once I actually figured out what best to do, what was best to do here. So, as I said, I'm using my phone. The way I'm going to show you to do this, you have to use a smartphone or other device with a touchscreen. Ignore all the extra stuff at the top of the screen. I have my developer mode on so I can show you guys where I'm like drawing here. So anyway, so let's go in. I'm using a stylus. You can use your finger if you want to, but if you have a stylus, I would recommend it just because your finger can block your view on some stuff. Um, so first things first, I'm currently holding my phone upside down. You don't have to do this if you don't want to, but I find this helpful because it won't block your view of the ice cream coming down. So here's the first thing you want to do. You want to stay toward the bottom, like at the bottom, you know, the top. But you want to stay right at the edge here, and then just go back and forth. This makes it this is the easiest way to dodge the ice cream, especially when it gets faster. And as you can see, due to the fact that I did not pick up my stylus, I was able to keep it off of the play box, but it was still registering my movements. That's also very helpful because um, it keeps everything out of the way, so you have a nice and clear view of the action. Now, with that fish thing, the fish and the cherry top ice cream, if you're going for a point score, you'll want to get those. But note that they, for some reason, uh, remove the other buffs you have. So if you have slowdowns, it'll get rid of them. If you're shrunk, it'll get rid of them. I'm not sure why. It'll just reset it, which is not great. Um, yeah. So if you want to just beat the game, I would recommend staying away from those in the later levels when everything is super fast. And then you also, of course, want to get as many extra lives as you can. That does depend. You know, that does depend on if the game wants to do that or not. But when you have the opportunity, definitely get them. Make sure it's safe to get, because you don't want to just get it and then immediately use it up. But the more lives you can get, the better later on, because like you're definitely gonna need them, especially if you're not practiced much yet. So okay, so what I just did there, that's something that'll be very important in later levels. Due to the fact that this is a cursor tracking game, it will teleport the chia as you lift up your finger or stylus and move it, because it's detecting it as a cursor. But then, you know, if you pick it up, your finger or your stylus up off your screen, the cursor is gone. So then it'll be like, oh, there's the cursor over there. Let me just move the chia there. So that'll be handy for the end levels where it gets super duper fast and you just like get stuck and you gotta be quick about it. Because if you're doing this on the computer, like you can't do that. If you get boxed in, you're just dead. So that's a big thing of how I managed to beat this earlier, and I've beaten it about I think it's twice since I first got the avatar. So I'm not gonna be doing as good as I usually do, just due to the fact that I'm talking. And I am doing a full run here, just to show you guys in case, you know, a lot of you guys watching will probably not have gotten to the later levels, so I want you guys to be prepared. So you can see right now, even just this is like what 4 levels in, I think, and it's already getting a little fast and chaotic here. And there we go, finally another life. Oh, and the extra lives also reset your other bus for whatever reason. But whatever. Just keep that in mind. Those exploding the bomb things, you'll want to, if you can get them safely later, you will want to do that because the faster you can finish the last 3 levels, the better. But don't just go at them when you see them. Just make sure it's safe. If it's too fast, too crowded, just let it go. So yeah, the most important thing here you can see, staying at the very, very tippy top of the box is the best way to dodge. But because going all in here, this isn't great. You'll get caught up, you'll mess up your timing, it just won't go well. So you want to stay right here. Remember, you can do this. This is very important. So just don't forget about that. You might panic when you get to the faster levels. That's okay. Just keep practicing. But just remember, like, if you can, just stay calm and you'll do great. So now we're getting to now we're getting a little harder. And you'll want to get the slowdowns. Slowdowns are great. Focus on those. Those are like the highest priority thing next to the extra lives. Because you want to be able to, maneuver. Especially if your reaction time isn't super great. Some people mention that. Whoops. And you notice I have not gotten a single extra life past that first one we got, which is really cool. Yeah, or the first two, however many you got. Sometimes you'll get lucky, and later on it'll start giving you more as you progress. That's usually how it's been for me. Sometimes it's not. Sometimes I don't get lucky, but that's okay. You can do this with just the 3 lives you get if you're patient about it. So that kind of situation, that's where you want to be able to. That's where you want to remember to pick up and use your finger or stylus. And then the bomb does reset the slowdown, so just keep that in mind too when you're in the later levels. All right, so now we're getting a little crazy. This is where it starts to get pretty hard. Yeah, this is where you'll definitely want to use this teleport thing. Ah, yeah, that was a mistake. This is going again. It's because I'm talking. Um. So yeah. So that's kind of what it is. Um. Stay at the top. Stay calm. Pick up your stylus when you need to. Your finger stylus when you need to, and go to a empty spot, a very empty spot. If there's the ice cream around it, you don't want to do that. Like you want to find a nice spot and then just hit the bottom as soon as you possibly can. Um. So I'm gonna not talk now. I want to just play the game because I do want to show you the end of the levels. So I need my full attention span here. But yeah, it's actually very simple when you do it this way. Ah, it's doing so good. Hi, Nina. My cat came over. Alright, so last 3 levels. It's I don't remember, is this a tiger squash? I don't remember what this is called. And then it'll be rainbow, and then it'll be like black cherry, I guess. So this one is pretty crazy. Ah. I don't know about this one, guys. Well, you get the idea. I'm not gonna go through a whole other one again. Maybe I'll make a second video about it. But yeah, so that's essentially it. There is still a lot of luck involved with specifically extra lives. Like you saw, I got like what 3 extra lives that whole time. Ideally, you'll want at least 6, like 5 or 6 when you get to the whatever the tiger squash looking thing is. I don't know, whatever that is. Ideally, you'll want at least 5 going into that, but you know, the more the better. So if you want to just practice a bit, and then if you get a good run where you're getting a lot of extra lives and you just want to try it and just go, then go ahead. I once got to the end there with like 8 extra lives, which was very helpful. Because if you're not used to the speed, you know, you're gonna get hit a lot. But it's also, you can see it is also 4 in the morning, so that also doesn't help my my reaction speed here. But yeah, so stay to the top here. You can keep your finger or mouse out of the or stylus, not mouse, out here to just keep everything out of the way. Again, I play with my phone upside down just because it's my preference. That's obviously not necessary. Um, Zoom in on whatever device so you have as full of the screen as you can, because that'll be also helpful for you. Unless maybe it's better if you have it smaller. I don't know. For me, it's having it bigger is better. So, you know, good luck. Keep practicing. It's gonna, you're not gonna get it right away. Like you see, I still mess up, but I have beaten the game at least 3 times in just one day since I got the avatar. So keep practicing. Use these tips. Definitely use something with a touchscreen, because that teleporting is very, very handy. And good luck.